Well, good Wednesday morning to you. This is Dave with Cruising to Lose Weight, and it is a Wednesday. It's a hump day, November 23rd, day before Thanksgiving. And we are currently in Belize City. We dropped anchor about an hour ago. It's 9 o'clock now. And this is a tender port where you need to take a little water shuttle to Belize because the shoreline is too shallow for a pier for the cruise ships to dock. So we're roughly about, if I remember right, about 5 miles outside Belize. And to take the shuttle, it's about a 35-minute ride. We don't have anything planned today. We'll be here until the back on board time is 4:15. We may just take a shuttle ride to the port and walk around for a little bit and get back on the Belize is not that busy or touristy, to speak of, but we'll do it just to give you guys an experience, show you it tomorrow. But anyways, yesterday Roatan was a beautiful day. They were calling for rain, and it never clouded up after we arrived at the beach. Got there bright and early, a little bit after 8 o'clock, and as you saw in some of the pictures, there was hardly anybody there, so we had our pick of seats, and we picked one underneath a palm tree that gave us plenty of shade, and we stayed there probably for about 4 hours. Caught a little bit of sun, and ended up going back to port, back to the ship, and just having a nice relaxing afternoon and evening after dinner time. And so it was a great day. I've first time at that beach. It's the one right next to the pier, and Carnival owns it, so the Carnival brand names besides Carnival, and the other ship in the port that day was the Sky Princess from Princess Cruise Lines. It was a good experience. I got to go on a chairlift, a ski lift. Haven't been on that in eons, but it was kind of an experience. I remember to sit in the middle if you're a single rider, and enjoyed it. It was a nice, beautiful, warm day. I think we got up to about 82, 84 or something like that. But let's go over statistics for the day. Tuesday evening, let's start with blood pressure. Blood pressure was 131 over 78 with a pulse of 81. This morning, blood pressure was 133 over 78 and a pulse of 82, so very similar. Blood sugars last evening were 198. That gave us a A1C of 12.55. And the blood sugars this morning were 140, and A1C was 12.52. The steps, we ended up with a total step count of 4,496. And sleep last night was a very nice sleep. It was 8 hours and 13 minutes. And the sleep app gave us a rating of 96. And our weight, we weighed in this morning at 284. That's a loss of 1.4 pounds, which puts our cruise weight to date at a loss of 1.4 pounds. So we're on the other side of the balance beam there, and hopefully it just keeps continuing down. And we're still currently on our intermittent fasting schedule of 23-1. Fasting 23 hours and eating for 1 hour, that 1 hour being in the main dining room. And it seems to be the best one, I think, for everything. People have been asking about some of the apps that we use. The sleeping app that we do use, I mainly picked that one out. It was it's called Shut Eye, and it monitors your sleeping patterns, your sleep stages. It'll show you if you're suspected of having sleep apnea, which I had originally been diagnosed after my surgery some 3 years ago now. And that's come down big time with weight loss. So there's not as much congestion in the throat and breathing at night. It also monitors your different body functions. It'll monitor if you fart at night, which I thought was kind of neat. And if you talk in your sleep, and other sleeping and snoring patterns. So it's kind of an interesting app. I bought the advanced app, so it gives me all the different ratings and stuff. I had that one for about 3 years, and it works out pretty good. The other app I use is the glucose, it's called, and that monitors your insulin. Obviously, we're not using insulin anymore. It also monitors your A1C, and as you can see from for the past 2 weeks since being on the cruise and being on new medication, metformin and another drug, that the glucose is coming down. When we started, it was close to 400 all the time. Glucose has been dropping steadily, and especially the A1C. Our goal is to get down to single-digit A1C readings, and we're inching down there every day, so it seems to be working out pretty good. It monitors your weight when you input that. You can also link it to other apps that you're doing. And the blood pressure, as you can see in the past 2 weeks, the blood pressure has been fairly steady, which is good. And I've been kind of watching that with any side effects of taking the metformin and the other drugs that he's prescribed for us. So, and the scale that I use is from Wyze, WYZE, and I'll see if I can put a link down there at the bottom. But that monitors your weight, obviously, and it also calculates your BMI and other statistics that get monitored when you're on the scale. It can also monitor your heart rate. So it's a pretty nice scale. It's lightweight, it's inexpensive. I think this one was only about $25-30 or something like that. And I do take it when I go cruising now because I'm concerned about my weight on a daily basis. But yeah, so people have been asking, and I thought I'd take a minute and kind of explain those things to you. Belize today, we're in Belize, and it was about 116 miles from Roatan yesterday. And so far on the cruise, we've sailed a little over 1,116 nautical miles. And we've got 2 other ships here that are anchored offshore with us. I believe it's the Sky Princess that was with us yesterday in Roatan, and the Carnival Pride joined us. So there's 3 ships so far. I haven't quite seen if there's going to be other ones that are going to be coming up, but I show you the figures. You can identify different ships on the Maritime Traffic app, which you can download in the Apple Store. And like I mentioned, it's a tender port, so they come out to pick up people. it gets kind of congested down there, so people that have excursions usually get their boarding passes and come around 10:30. Everything is pretty much cleared up for the people that need to get off, and that's probably the time that we'll head out. If we do head out, it's cloudy today. They're talking for a little bit of rain until like 10:30, 11. We'll see how everything turns out. But like I say, we're 5 miles from shore, and it's about a 35-minute ride. So it's a good way to get some pictures of the cruise ship from outside the cruise ship. So yeah, I thought we'll keep it at that. We could go a little bit more into detail, but we'll leave that for tomorrow. But yeah, everything's looking good. We're on well within our way. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving, and appreciate you guys stopping in for the update. And make sure you subscribe and like so you know when we push out a new vlog. Sometimes it gets challenging to download and upload the content to YouTube due to bandwidth and the ship's Wi-Fi service and everything, but we do our best to get it done for you. Anyways, you guys have a great time, and we'll catch you on the next one tomorrow. Adios.